Yes? How can this humble bun master assist you today? My prescient pretty has an uncanny knack for derailing my plans, in case you haven't already noticed. I have tried several times to leave, but it always fails miserably. Some say there are spirits out there that masquerade as people, and I suspect she may be one of them. She has my soul, and there's nothing I can do about it. One time, I tried to sneak away while she was delivering a special order of buns to her uncle's family. As I started to leave, I slipped on some oil and broke my arm. Still, I put my arm in a sling and was continuing on my way when I was run down by a rogue bun cart. When I came to, my wife had returned and was in a foul mood. Apparently, everyone she had visited died from food poisoning. But why not her? I mean, I'm sure she ate at least one of the buns I sent. It is simply my lot in life to be given into the care of a demon whose sole sustenance comes from sucking the very life from my body and soul. Soup, anyone? Not now. Memories of my wife are difficult. Good, good. I'll be here, struggling to keep up with you if you should need anything.
I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight. What do you need? Yes, your next fight. There's been a bit of a change in plans. Not that it will affect you too much, of course. It's all part of the traditions of the arena, you see. I have word that you're going to be facing a fighter specially chosen from the guild, you see. As soon as you're ready, you'll be facing him instead of a normal match. I was originally thinking that you'd done well enough to face Crimson Kana for the Bronze Division Championship. Things change when the guild's involved, though. The guild's the organization that controls the betting here. That's not all, though. Kailan the Serpent has a lot of influence here as well. I have to bow to certain pressures. I don't like it that much, but smart men don't voice that opinion too loudly. Not around here. A noble and ultimately meaningless sentiment, my friend. Regardless of what you wish, I have to give in to certain pressures, and you will go no further than this match if your pride is so offended. Are you ready to get started? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Many of you are asking yourselves why the serpent would return to the ring. Am I not retired? Yes! Does that mean I do not care about your entertainment? No! We've all seen the flawless technique of the soaring star that is Silver Phoenix. Now, it is time to put these aptly demonstrated skills to the test. And so, the Serpent gives you a real spectacle. Have your silver handy to place your wagers. I give you Evil and Terror incarnate.
That was an exceptional fight. I haven't seen demons in the ring before. For the surprise! You didn't know what was coming and the crowd could sense that. It added drama. You were never in any real danger, but now the crowd knows you're no average warrior. I'm convinced that you deserve a shot at Crimson Kana. Your victory has sealed the deal. That reminds me, I was asked to instruct you to talk with Lucky Cho before your next match. He didn't say, and when I asked, he gave me that glare of his. Go, speak with him now. The sooner you do, the sooner I can return you to the ring.
Leave me be. I want nothing to do with you. You'd only grind my spirit further into the earth, and it's quite...
While I cannot see you, your appearances are hard to ignore. Are you here for a treatment or simple socializing? Of course.
Aren't you a sight? I am Happy Endings' famed courtesan, and it is a pleasure to greet you. I really shouldn't talk long, however. I'm under an exclusive agreement with the proprietor of this place, and he gets such wild fancies. Better not to pique his interest by talking to a lovely lady such as yourself.
I don't know you, but you're in here, so I know you're not common street trash. I hope for your sake that you have enough silver to warrant my time. You've got style, girl. You're just fine in my book, as long as your purse is full. Sweet Poison Lin's my name, and I trade in rarities of a magical nature. I guarantee I have something you need. Magical enhancements and knowledge. Have a look at my wares and see for yourself.
Before you face Kana, I'd like to present you with a mutually beneficial arrangement. Fortunately for you, my employer, Kai Lan the Serpent, has a vested interest in your success against Kana. This is Sweet Poison Lin, a master of the Toxicant arts. Sweet Poison, standing before you is Silver Phoenix, the one we discussed.
Your introductions are unnecessary, Cho. I know this one personally. I trust you'll consider this discussion private and potentially very beneficial.
Crimson Kana's rise to Bronze Division champion has been good for business, but she has become troublesome of late. She believes that the Serpent runs the arena with little concern for honor, and she's right. The problem is that she cares. This place is not corrupt so much as open to interpretation. The Serpent and I believe that Kana needs to be stopped. We want you to replace her as the Bronze Champion.
It should be a simple matter to slip a slow-acting but extremely deadly poison into Kana's drink before the match. I would say you would be unable to lose this match unless you were to drop dead yourself. What could be easier? When Cho approached me regarding this matter, I felt that it might be in the best interests of the Greater Guild if I were involved.
If you accept, the Guild will cover half of Lin's usual fee. The remaining cost would be roughly half of your winnings from defeating Kana. Reduced for Kana's match, but I'm sure Kui knows better than to ask too many questions.
Kana will prove an easy foe under the influence of my concoction. Simply wait her out if you wish.
Do not simply wait her out. Face her, fight her, and put on a show. Our business is concluded. It is time for you to leave.
I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight. What do you need? Until the Guild stepped in, I was ready to give you an attempt at the Bronze Division for your last match. Now it's time. Are you ready to face Crimson Kana, the finest sword this august arena has seen in 5 generations? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Silver Phoenix stands to take control of the Bronze Division from Crimson Kana.
Spirit Thief!
Anna's winning streak has been broken at last. Dr. An has already pronounced the poor girl dead. The doctor wouldn't say what killed her, though. I suspect a weakness of the heart or some such. It will not look good that she collapsed when fighting you, but your record has been strong enough to both avoid and pervert suspicion. Come now, the arena works on a strictly regenicated payment system for the fights. There's no way I can give you extra. I mean no offense. It's just, I see your point. Here, take this, and don't tell the others. Now that that's settled, what else can I do for you? Soldier is a worthy opponent. I hope you understand how many warriors have tried to extrapolate him from the Silver Division Championship. He'll be watching you, so expect him to anticipate your style if you face him. When you walk the streets and hear your name among the crowds, be sure that your ego does not swell like the body of 11 gaping maw, god of inopportune gluttony.
How dare you stand before me? The others might overlook what you have done or believe that Kana died of natural causes, but I will not. She was poisoned as surely as I am blind, and no one would benefit as much as her opponent of the moment. Why bother to voice an accusation in this place? Here I am a blind woman in the halls of the deaf. Kai Lan controls legions of dangerous men. I know better than to sully the name of his tournament. I want nothing more to do with you. Take yourself elsewhere. Away from my table. These tools are for healing, and they do not need your taint near them, poisoner.
It seems our little arrangement worked out extremely well. Be sure to keep quiet about it if you value your own reputation. If you want to bother someone with inane queries, I suggest you speak with Kui, the promoter, about the arena, or the tavern keeper about the city. Those two will have more than enough time to waste on you, I'm sure. Now, was there something important you needed to ask? Good. Only come to me when you have business to conduct. I'm not here to debate philosophy or discuss the conditions of the weather.
What do you need from me? I have my sources, some of them rich, some of them poor, and all of them very concerned with their privacy. What the Imperial bureaucrats don't know won't hurt them. First they decree wind maps off limits, and now there's concern over magical artifacts. Do you have any idea how much magic the arena itself holds? These walls have seen more than you or I can imagine, and there's enough security for me not to worry. These fine wares may have changed hands a few times over history, but that's the nature of such things. If you're that worried, don't buy anything. I'll be here when you need more of my goods.
The Bronze Division champion approaches. I hope you're ready for the challenge awaiting you in the Silver Division. Remember, Soldier's the champion at this level. He'll be watching you.
Dogs nipping at my heels aren't worthy of watching.
What do you need? Now that you are champion of the Bronze Division, the Silver Division awaits. It seems that, indirectly, this serpent has decided to keep your career interesting. A demon has been added to the regular roster since your earlier victory, and since you've shown aptitude, I'm letting you face him first. This is indeed an honor, though it will not be easy. Are you ready to defeat this horror? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Will the demon rend flesh from bone, or will a lone warrior prove stronger?
Horse demon form.
Another demon falls. We shall have to add a new division for you alone if this keeps up. Kylon the Serpent wishes to speak with you personally. This is a rare honor. Do try to be polite. You have already been granted access to the back room of the arena, and the Serpent's private chamber is just off of it. You may as well go now and see what he wants. Oh, and one other thing. The Serpent has requested that you visitate him alone. I know you usually have a friend with you, but they'll have to remain behind for this meeting.
We should have told you that Kylon will only see you alone. Are you ready to go in now?
This whole alone thing smells fishier than week old crab cakes. If something comes up, I'll be waiting outside with the others. Be careful.
It is vital that we talk a moment. You handled yourself well against the demonic servitor. It was a rewarding experience for us both, I'm sure. Take this as my thanks. You are a smart young woman. Smart enough to know that you will get much further as my friend than my foe. You may find that certain opportunities, mutually rewarding arrangements between us, will come your way in the near future. Good. I enjoy discussions with sensible people. Right now is an interesting time for an organization known as the Guild. I've no doubt that Kui has told you about us, if you didn't already know. Our organization is involved in many different activities, most of which operate below the view of the authorities of this great empire. I am suggesting that we align our goals for a time, an arrangement that could benefit us both. The Guild, you see, has recently developed a vacancy in its upper echelons. A man by the name of Gao the Greater has been killed, and with his death, a new leader must be chosen. I intend to replace him in that role, and I need good people to back me. Did you? An interesting claim. And when I'm not sure, I believe. You don't match the description we have of the killer, but then the descriptions are fairly tenuous. If you are the one who killed Gao, then I owe you a favor. Consider my reluctance to turn you into the Lotus Assassins a repayment for that debt in full. There is the matter, however, of your friend, Whirlwind. I'm sure you know that he was one of the fighters here and that he left the arena. But do you know why? How perceptive of you. Whirlwind's past is certainly a colorful one. Did he tell you that he was thrown out of the arena? Public displays of rage and drunkenness, uttered threats of murder, excessive violence, property damage, and I believe several charges of defecating in public. If you trust him, you are a fool. The Black Whirlwind is an impressive fighter, but he is better avoided than confronted. We couldn't let him fight as he was, so he left. His brother, Raging Ox, wisely stayed here and went on to become champion. You could reach that point yourself, you know. Indeed, that's a distinct possibility. To become champion yourself, you will need my support. That means you and I will work together closely. An amicable arrangement, one that will benefit both of us. You see... What is that noise?
Hey, you can't...
Damn you, serpent! I'll kill you where you stand!
No, you won't, Whirlwind. Just like last time, you will leave. I can see that this polite discussion has concluded, as so many do, in your odorous presence. We may talk again. Perhaps.
We're leaving now. You and I have to talk. Alone. It's important. Look, you can't trust Kylon. I know he was probably offering you the world, or maybe all the wine in it if he were really crafty, but...
You didn't honestly think you were going to slip down here after that little display, did you, Whirlwind?
Step back, Joe. For once in my life, I've got something important to tell someone.
You have nothing important to say, you lummox. You've embarrassed Kylon the Serpent, and I'm going to make sure you never get a chance to repeat your performance.
I've been waiting for this. Time to cut off the serpent's tail!
Tempest! Sleeping Tiger. Dire Flame. Tempest.
He fought like a monster for a little guy. Good point, but he was particularly plucky. It's nice when they stick around longer so you can practice your moves. Not the first time I've gone up against one of Kai Lan's thugs, you know. Not at all. Remember I told you I used to fight in the arena? Well, I was the best there was. Then my brother came to the city and decided he'd join the arena too. The arena was about the same as it is now. Kui and Kai Lan were there and Lucky Cho too, but he was just a runt back then. My brother became the arena champion, the Raging Ox. They said he retired, but he didn't retire. He was killed. I should know. I'm the one who killed him. I wanted nothing from this place. He would have kept his title if it wasn't for Kai Lan. Raging Ox was one of Kai Lan's men. Well, he wasn't always. Kai Lan approached me first, and when I turned him down, he went to my brother instead. I'm sure you know all about that. What with the Kana thing and all. I knew what was happening as soon as I saw her sway, but that's another secret I'm keeping. When Ox joined up with Kai Lan, I stopped getting good matches. Ox was fighting his way to becoming champion, and doing a little work for the guild on the side. He was so cocksure and wouldn't listen to his older brother. Once he fell in with Kai Lan, he stopped talking to me. Soon Ox became Kai Lan's enforcer and carried out his bidding. He'd skulk around in robes so no one would know the arena champion was a common thug. One night I followed Ox back to Kai Lan's. I was drunk and I was mad. I just wanted to tell Ox how dangerous Kai Lan was, convince him to leave. But Kai Lan was there. He tried to interfere. I attacked him, and Ox tried to stop me. When it was over, Ox was dead, and my axe was covered in his blood. Kai Lan just stood there, smiling. I would have killed him if I wasn't so stunned. After that, I left. For the first time in my life, I ran. I ran, and then I drank myself into a stupor that lasted for half a year. You do what you have to in the arena. Just don't fool yourself about working with the Serpent. Lucky Cho's death just put you on the Serpent's wanted list. I'd really like to see Kai Lan's face if you become arena champion. Of course, I'd rather just kill him. Come on, let's go. What do you want? Too much talking and thinking can be dangerous, I should know. I remember one cold winter I took a job clearing rats from a local monastery. I was supposed to make sure the pests stayed out of the sacred pools, but hunting rats one at a time is boring work. So I had an idea, a way to catch them all at once. I convinced the monks to give me some of their sacred wine, and I filled the sacred pools. I figured if I could get the rats drunk, they'd be so much easier to catch. Nothing happened at first, so I helped myself to the wine. I passed out before the rats came. In the middle of the night, I was woken up by screaming monks and fiery explosions. It was just the rats. The poor furry buggers were just trying to get warm near the monks' fires after their swim in the wine. Not a good combination. The monks wanted me gone. I might have deserved the blame, but the abbot insisted it was a sign from the gods and closed the monastery. See what happens when you think too much? Whatever.
They say you're in good with the guild. You're allowed into the back rooms where Sweet Poison Lynn runs her shop, aren't you? I know you have a brilliant career to attend to here, but I have a favor to ask of you if you can spare a moment. I know you're allowed to go freely into the back room past Kui's office. Would you carry a message to someone in there for me? There's a merchant in the back named Sweet Poison Lynn. She has connections with the guild, the real authorities in this place. I want to expand my operation, but without the guild's approval and protection, I can only take very small bets. If I made any larger transactions, they'd be quite upset. I spoke to some of the lesser guild members, and there's a set fee that must be paid to Sweet Poison Lynn. It took me some time to save up the silver, but I have the fee. I just can't get back there to talk to Lynn and pay her directly. If you could go in there and pay her on my behalf, I'd happily repay you. A richer game with higher bets, of course. I'm sorry I can't offer you more, but you must admit this is a small favor. My thanks. I'm sure Sweet Poison Lynn knows about my interest. I've been angling this deal for a while. You should run back there now. The sooner you go, the sooner we can up the antes.
What do you need from me? Dao Shen? He has angled for a long time for our permission to run a larger game. He's honest to a fault, but he still pulls in a fair bit of cash. I was wondering if he'd be resourceful enough. One of my associates has already told him of the cost involved. Are you here to deliver his payment? Then we have nothing more to discuss regarding the good gambler, do we? Let us return to business. What do you... Dao Shen? I was one... His payment? Good. Give it to me, and I'll send someone to go discuss the new terms of his operation. Now, back to our business, yes? Magical enhancements and...
Before you say a thing, I had a visit from one of Sweet Poison Lin's contacts. Fantastic news! I can up the bets! Now you can wager 10 or 25 silver on each roll. This is perfect! And I have you to thank. Thank you again for paying the fee from your own silver. Here's your repayment and a little extra for your time. If it were possible, I would have done them myself this time. Now that we can play for larger bets, let's say we set up a game. That's what I was waiting to hear. So what'll it be? Will your roll be higher or lower than mine? High it is. Let's see how sure you are. How much will you bet? Let's see how they fall, shall we? Not enough spin on the wrist to best my roll, it seems. Don't worry, you'll make it back on the next round. Let's say we try again. Thanks again for all your help. Be seeing you around, I hope.